Come join us for a fantastic unboxing of the brand new Stormcloud attack box sets from Games Workshop. We got all three in here and we're going to dive right in and take a look at how cool these things really are. Spiky bits. Make sure you stay in the trenches by becoming a supporter over on Patreon and also scoring yourself some free miniature swag in the process. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Check out our site, spikybits.com, for all the hot hobby tutorials, news, rumors on all your favorite hobby topics. And head on over to thelongwar.net. That's the home of the battle reports for exclusive content, early access videos, and more. Become a veteran of the Long War today. So we got three new box sets for Warhammer 40k, the Stormcloud attack combo boxes here, and each one of these, right off the bat, you're already saving $20 to $30 on each one just off MSRP. So if you're getting these things at a discount, you'll be saving even more because they retail for about $100. So, you know, a lot of times you can get 20% off or whatever, you know, down to $80. Now you're, you know, $50 in the black right there. So you gotta love that. But overall, I was more impressed with the actual instruction manual in here than anything else, and that I think it's going to have a lot more repercussions for the future of Games Workshop and perhaps tabletop wargaming even here as we move forward. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. You're like, there's no way. What are you talking about? You're being a crazy person again, Baer. No, I might not be. I might just be crazy enough. So the sets are pretty cool. We're not sure if they're going into the big box game stores, you know, but it kind of seems like maybe this is kind of an entry level kind of thing as well. Now it plays like 40k. I was skimming through the rules, and by skimming I mean there's some serious rules in here, and you're going to notice that too as well. But it plays very similar to 40k, you know, like where we sit on 5-ups. You know, there's very similar mechanics, but there's a lot more to it than just that. This thing is literally like almost like how Kill Team is like a skirmish version of 40k. This is almost like the Flyer skirmish version of 40k almost. Like it's still pretty involved, it seems like. And again, this is a first look unboxing, so we're just gonna open these things up, show you, give you some thoughts, you know, show you the quality, etc., etc. We're not going to get into like the game itself. That's going to be probably a whole nother video. When you're talking literally a codex size rulebook in here, we're just not going to get to that today, but I'm going to show you some stuff out of it nonetheless. So obviously the contents, you get a sweet decal sheet that's specific to the two flyers that come in the box. A quick reference card here, which you could laminate. I wouldn't see why you would have to, other than if you just don't want it torn apart in your bag or whatever. And then the big ass rulebook. It's 80 pages, guys. This thing is huge. It's no joke. Then you get the models themselves and some sweet ass dice that do different things, and from hull points to I think your speed, and you can indicate a couple of things there. So it's, as you can imagine, it's actually kind of similar to X-Wing almost in some respects there, because you can take like critical damage and things. So when you open it up, you're gonna get a sealed pack here. And it's all shrink wrapped together, very nice and neat. Now, as you can see here, this is, like I said, the rulebook is no joke. Now, it did get crimped right there, but I didn't even notice that until just now. So, and then you got the instruction manual for all, and then a little card for the app that can actually help you play the game, which I thought is pretty neat too. They're always very forward thinking. They're always very comboing things, and like I said, we're gonna get to another point I want to make here shortly. Now, the Storm Talon and the Helldrake, we both unboxed these. We've been doing unboxings for, I don't even know, 6 years, 5 years, I don't even know. But I remember when the Storm Talon came out, I actually made a walker out of it. You can still find it over on Spiky Bits. I think there's a video up here on YouTube too. Some old lesser quality days, I guess, on the video I didn't need there. But nonetheless, it's still pretty dope to check out. I think it's called the Stormhound Walker. Basically took some legs, slapped some legs on it, kind of looks like a Mad Cat from Battletech, if you're familiar with that. So all that comes in here. Now, unfortunately, you don't get the extra sprues to make the Stormhawk. So you just get the normal 2 sprues here, your flying stand, your flying base, your canopy. Like I said, the combo decal sheet here, which is still pretty dope. I mean, you can't really complain about that. So you get all that there, which still pretty cool. Not complaining. Like I said, you know, there's value to be had here. And then of course you get the Helldrake as well, which is the 2 sprues and the flying stand and the flying base. So that is the model area there. You know, so if you have a friend and want to split this with them, it's a great box set to split because, you know, it's good versus evil kind of type deal, and we've seen that in the past. Now, getting to the actual rulebook itself, This thing's pretty dope. Like, I won't lie. Like, this, I was very impressed when, as soon as I opened it and I saw how thick it was, I'm like, whoa, something's going on here. And I open it up, right, and it's got the table of contents, and I'm like, there's no way this thing's this involved, but yep, it sure is. So you've got all the rules for like the actual playing the game itself, right? Then it goes into missions. There's duels, there's dogfights with multiple flyers, right? And then it gets into some more specific ones, which are kind of akin to you know, some of the missions that might be in the back of the 40K rulebook, where they're like bunker assault or something like that. You know, they're more specific, like, you know, Gilliman's Wrath and blah 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 blah. And then it gets into the attack campaigns themselves, which is even more cooler stuff, if that was even possible for these flyers. You know, you can get different ace abilities than what's in 40K. They give you ways to track everything, and faction skills, different abilities. It's just cool. Like, and then the data sheets themselves, which, don't get it twisted, these are not data sheets you can play on 40K. These are specific to these rules right here. And then the appendix, which is basically, you know, your quick reference for like damage, and you can have these cards to keep track of your campaign, flyers and things. And then like right here is this is the data sheet for the game right here. So you already noticed, well, hey, there's no points here, you know, but you can also notice too that there's very similar mechanics to basically 40K. Like, hey, I'm hitting on 5s. Oh, my Baleflamer's hitting on 3s, you know, stuff like that, because it's to represent it being a template. So there's various similar mechanics, but again, not the same game, and things like that. So when you flip through here, first off, what is that right there? Like, what? I opened this and I saw that and I was like, oh shit, it's Bad Boys 2. Shit just got real. Games Workshop literally overnight just upped their art game right here. Now, we've seen digital art, we've seen CGI art in the past, right? We've seen it in their comic books, some of their artists use it, but we've never seen it dedicated, at least I don't think so, and I can't remember, feel free to correct me in the comments. We've never seen it on this level. Like, throughout this book, there is multiple instances of 3D CGI art in here. I mean, right there, the cover, we didn't realize it, but the cover is CGI art. You know, there it switches back to the models, but I mean, it is all up in here, and even in the attack area, the attack scenario, defender stuff back here, the specific missions, all this stuff is all computer generated. Like, they've really upped their game, and it almost got me thinking. I was like, yo, if that's the case, can they just like take, is this derived? I mean, look at it. It's literally the model. Like, is this derived from the computer files themselves to design the models? And if it is, can they just like put out video features? Can they put out movies? Can they put out cartoons? Like, think about it. They literally designed something as a kit. It goes together, it's an assembly, it's a structure. You know, you just put out the flight stand or whatever, but I mean, this is literally the model right here itself. Like, is this the future? Like, is this the beginning of Skynet taking over our hobby tables, you know? Like, and then we go eventually, you know, our kids or our kids' kids are gonna play with digital models on like a, you know, holocron table or something like in Star Wars. Like, I don't know, but this is it right here. I'm calling it. Like, this is the first. This is the foot in the door. I feel like nothing like this we've ever seen before in a Games Workshop supplement. To the best of my knowledge, again, I'll caveat it. Maybe Forge World's doing some crazy stuff, which they did do some crazy kind of landscape and overview stuff, like campaign maps, but nothing to this effect. Like, this is just bananas. I mean, look at that. It's like the inside of the Helldrake. There's like fire. It's on fire. It's not real. I don't even know. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, well, this book is awesome. Like, there's so much to see in here. There's so much to read up on, figure out the game. I mean, the game itself is literally 60% of this book, right? So I'm just like, it's just blowing me away right now. It's just the amount of effort and time and production value that Games Workshop just put into this right here is pretty mind-blowing when you think about it. Like, I mean, this is basically a Codex level supplement, and I'm really surprised to see this, and I'm pleasantly surprised. Don't get me wrong. Like, this is awesome. This is going to trickle down to be a bigger a bigger deal and a precursor to a lot more things out there, I feel like, for our hobby. So second box up is the Stormcloud Attack, which is the Eldar sneaky hold me closer tiny dancer flyer, Crimson Hunter, versus the Orc flyer. And again, you don't get the upgrade sprues for the new Wazdaka Super Bomber add orc prefix and suffixes to it here, but it's still a good value. Again, you save, you know, 20 bucks right off the bat, 30 bucks right off the bat, I forget it exactly, but then if you know, get a discount, it's even better. So you open it up, of course you get the instruction manual, and then of course you get another book which is very similar to the first one, except for it's all, you know, geared towards the orcs, and you got crazy, you know, Eldar art in there. And again, it's all 3D in here. They all colored it in. The production value, incredible. It just blows my mind just looking at it. I literally just want to stare at the pages because it's so beautiful. And then all the game stuff, the quick reference sheets, and all the stuff in the back here. And that's weird that they showed that. Oh, because it is the WASBomb. Okay, so that's part of the data sheets here. So you can use each of the flyers for each faction, which I forgot to mention in the last book, but you can in here. They're just not included in the box, of course. And then there's your quick reference. Like I said, it's a little thin. You might want to laminate it just so you don't beat it up. And then we get to the models themselves. Of course, the dice, red, black, white, and blue there. So here's the Daka Jet, which is the standard. Here's the Daka Jet, which is the standard 3 sprue variety. Remember, it's $65 retail for the big one. This is the smaller one, which I think is $55 retail. You get the decal sheet, which is, like I said, keyed to the Eldar and the orcs here. So this one's a little bit cooler. It's a little bit better than, you know, all of them have a little bit more on it than the normal ones, which I thought is pretty cool. Again, some really great production value from Games Workshop for this box set. And then we put this back in here, and then we've got the Eldar one, the Crimson Hunter, which we've unboxed in the past as well. There's only one version of this bad boy as of right now, but who knows? We all know how the Eldar are. They always seem to get some crazy things from time to time. So there's that one. Again, a great deal if you're looking to pick up these particular flyers. You can split it with a friend, or just, you know, hey, I'm playing Apocalypse, whatever, I just want some stuff. And remember, there's missions in here that do multiple flyers. So, like, if you like the game, which we're going to get to actually talking about once I break down this book here, you know, maybe these are great for picking up just to get a good deal on everything. And then here's the Ancient and the Greater Good, which is the Tau and the Necrons. Again, full of the great profile views, all that CGI art that we've already talked about. That's all in there. And then, of course, everything keyed in the back to those specific flyers and all of that. So very amazing stuff here. I'm just, oh man, I just can't say enough good things. And then here's the Tau flyer. The 2 sprues, and I like this one. We've unboxed it in the past, but it's got the little flip-up missiles right here. Then you can put the turret, and it's basically like a ground attack or a not ground attack, depending on which version you buy. And then it's got those little drones that can attach as well and detach and kind of do some work, or, you know, depending on which version you make there. I think sometimes they're thruster jets. And then here's the Necrons Scythe, another fan favorite. I don't know if y'all remember the Kron Air list of not too long ago. I guess that was only 5th edition, where people were running 9 of these things on the tabletop. Back when flyers used to be the boogeyman. Now it's, I don't even know. What is it today? What's the current boogeyman in 40K? I don't even know. Oh boy. Oh, I guess drop pods, but I doubt that'll go through. Okay, and then here is the decal sheet here, which of course you got the Necrons on the right and the Tau stuff on the left here. So really interesting stuff to see. Again, another great value box set from Games Workshop. You know, I just can't say enough good things about the moves they're making. You know, forward progression of design and of the company and the graphics. I always love to see that stuff there, because who knows what this whole artwork and production, I guess an increase in production value will do for the company, but it's certainly not a bad thing, especially as we move faster and faster into a digital age here in 2016. I hope you enjoyed this first look review unboxing of all the new Stormcloud Attack box sets from Games Workshop.
Deleted scenes, bonus content, and all the interviews and post-game wrap-up videos can be located in the Hall of Veterans on thelongwar.net. Visit thelongwar.net today and try a week completely free with no strings attached. That's not all. TheLongWar.net is also your hobby resource for exclusive early access with an ad-free experience to all your favorite videos. Members of the Hall of Veterans gain early exclusive access to multiple hobby videos.